A journey to the place that everyone used to warn me about, but with the guidance of locals.
Simong pangalan?
Marshall Lul. Kinisensil mo, dili mo to nga akong pangalan, Marshall, akong apelido Lo.
I experienced its rich culture hidden below the surface. Pikit is a place known for its volatility, but it should also be known for its delicious smoked fish.
If you didn't know difference, it's like smoked mackerel.
That comes from near Liguasan Marsh, a fascinating town. This certainly is.
The real big bikes. Good morning from the urban jungle. Not really. This is Kalinan. I'm heading slightly southwest today, but I'm starting by going north. There's a different road. You don't just have to go down the highway. There's another road that's a little bit slower, almost as quick, which goes through Arakan. I've taken it a couple of times before. I like the route. Add some variety and spice to life. I'm fairly sure that's how Final Destination starts. I'm on the DAVAO Bukidnon Highway, but I'm not heading to DAVAO today. This is Barangay Katipunan, which is part of Arakan in Cotabato. So this road actually passes through a little slither of Cotabato province. This road behind me here goes down to Arakan proper and then down to the plains of Cotabato province, which is where we'll be going today. I always like coming around the corner and seeing Katipunan. It reminds me of Sagada for some reason. It's not like Sagada, but it reminds me of like a hill station. Yeah.
So it's time to descend towards our destination.
Let's descend into the Arakan Valley. I like this road. There it is in the distance. Dakun Salamat. Interesting. I've noticed this in Cotabato province. Every municipality, even sometimes every barangay, has that stuff on the road.
And it's going to take some practice to aim my motorbike for exactly the correct spot.
Salamat. Now we're really on the final down stretch. Is that a word? My wheels are very clean today.
This is how you load a Hilux, but for me, it's time for brunch.
The reason they have Inasal here is back in, I think, the 50s, 60s, 70s, there were a lot of settlers that came from Iloilo and Ilocos. So there's a lot of Ilongos and Ilocanos. The owner here is mostly Ilongo, he said. Let's see how it compares. And the most important thing of all. So technique, Nani. On the grill, Inasal, that's the chicken. And behind here is chicken oil. That's a massive vat of chicken oil. That's the most important thing of all. And it just got in my eyes. I'm gonna continue doing this. This is how it maintains the juiciness, the flavour. It's really, really deep, and it's a little bit lemony as well from the sauce. Of course, you've got lots of calamansi in there. I cannot use plastic gloves. I do not have the... Oh, I've broken it. I do not have the ability. Malugi ka sa akin, kuwan. Nadaot siya. Kinamot na lang. Always on the rice. Oh. Dunk it in there. Soy sauce, a bit of that. That's pretty good. That's pretty close to original. Of course, in Ilongo, they know how to cook Inasal. Ilongo ka, sir.
But Cabacan isn't our final destination. Beside the Rio Grande de Mindanao is driftwood from a recent flood, cut into firewood.
And from here, we crossed, that's the old bridge. I remember that, it was super slow because everyone used to go over these bumps very, very slowly. And this is Pikit. So first, because it's still hot, we're kind of heading out of town a little bit. And this area here is going towards the Liguasan Marsh. We can't go to the marsh, it's way too dangerous, it's way too risky. But Pikit is really built along the side of the Liguasan Marsh.
The key to understanding Pikit is to understand its location.
Amaw ni kuan. Murag swampy na, no? Oo.
Lampas tao ang kalaluman ni.
Oh. Testing ka. Unsa man ni? Dawa. Mao na ang kuan bank sa una, no?
Right.
Mag jeepney sa.
Marag jeep sa.
Jeepney sa tubig.
Nindot man na eh. So the landscapes here are really swampy. It's just a massive wide river basin, huge floodplain and a lot of fish. I'm on ang bait. Ay, yan. Naapod. Karibak ko sa itawagan na.
Bantay biha masamad ka ana ha. Kabalo ka mamingwit be.
There's lots of plants here. I'm gonna backing. Grabe ka Daot. And so we wait. It's possibly the longest fishing rod I've ever had in my life. Oh, voila. Nothing's happening. Okay, let's go again. Watch all the lines. Oh no, I'm dragging the bait along the floor. Oh. Okay, let's see if anything happens here. Grabe ka Daot. Kapoy ko, ikaw na. Okay, we've given up trying to get fish. There aren't any. We're gonna have to get some from somewhere else. Bye-bye, manual mode. It's built by a father. That one just from scratch. It used to have a motor. It used to run around. It broke. Are you joke?
Are you a joke?
Are you joke?
No.
But then you needed some help to get the boat back.
Oh no! Oh no!
Pero dili man na siya madlok. Kumander.
Dili siya adlock. Anad man na.
Dili man na siya.
Oh. You see the front of it is like, it's shaped like a, dare I say it, bullet. So it'll glide through the water.
And the farm's not just water-based.
Welcome to the world's largest alarm clock factory. 4 a.m. Automatic snooze every 2 minutes. Join us. Join us now.
But it was getting late, and we had to find dinner.
Wow, nice old houses. This one too. The design on that. Shame it's falling sideways. So down here, they're smoking this fish. This is halwan as well. We're gonna park. I've always wanted to try this. I've ridden through here so many times. Always wanted to try this fish here. And now I know it's smoked on the charcoal, on the coconut. So they burn the outside of the coconut, grill it there.
Hito.
Hito siya. What's in it?
Kani kay yung ano? Sugo tawagan eh? Taruk. Ana, carpa. Ay parang carp siya ba? Parang wild bangus ito.
Okay.
Haluan.
Kanang halwan.
So we've got something to try later. But first, let's go see what's happening a little further up the highway.
This is the DAVAO Cotabato road and there's traffic. And I've never seen traffic in Pikit before, but apparently at about 5 o'clock there's traffic. Now I know.
50 mo, bossing.
50. Oo. Ganahan ko imong pag-arrange.
Oh, sige.
Oo.
Tira na. Bagarin sa isda sa tabang. Ay, Tagalog.
Oo, konti lang Tagalog. Mas kuwan sa Bisaya.
Oo.
Dako-dakong bangos. Oo.
Presko pa yan, sir.
Presko.
Presko. Tingnan na kada ko tayo mag-harvest.
Such a varied selection. right beside the national highway.
Hello, my friend!
Hello!
my friend!
Hey, my friend!
This is the man, my friend! Ako kayo. Picture.
Picture! Ah, sige.
So big.
Pwede mo gunit? Uy! Anong sa klase ni? Ah, sige, dami yung hawak. Sige. Tawak? Ah, mani yung tawak. Mani akong ginapalit kanina. Tapos, buka man eh. Napila ka kilo, ani?
8 kilos.
8 kilos, yeah, it feels like 8 kilos. A big fish, feeding me big fish here. Bigat, bigat. Oh,
Ate mga dagko kasi di.
may mga datko, pila ka datko, mga.
Naidag 7 kilos, isa.
Oh, datko na. Oh,
Oh,
Dako
makuha
kayo,
mo.
no? Mga pila ka adlaw kinahang na magkuhan pag magod.
Depende.
Oh,
Bisag ugma na sunod
mag-ugma. Pila kilo? Sa kilo.
ha 500 ang kilo.
Ah, mahal.
O gani buhi man.
Patay, 250.
Ani. 350 kay para mo yan.
Yeah! So, all this traffic is caused by that talipapa back there. That's how they sell their fish and everything else in the afternoon. The real public market's back down there, but we'll go there tomorrow. Right, let's get out the road. We're in the road. Hey! Check out! Yeah! Mga amigos of Pikit. Slightly overwhelmed. Markets are always mad. I like it, but they overstimulate me a bit too much. And that sunset is very, very beautiful. And that's what I call very, very good timing. Let's try it, everyone's so friendly. Taruk, this is called taruk. One of them called it Taiwan bangos. So it's like a freshwater bangos, that's what they're calling it. Smoked. That's that inside. Let's remove the bones. The bones are like bangos as well. This one costs 200 smoked already. If you didn't know difference, it's like smoked mackerel. Really close to smoked mackerel. Wow. Smoking's perfect, it's juicy. You feel it's still humok, but very, very good. Oh. My question is the Ferris wheel working? I want to ride it again. Yeah, they're starting it for us. That's nice of them. That's in a sack.
Isaksak lang.
Sack lang.
Okay, time to warm it up.
Okay. Bye-bye! Hadlock ka?
Hadlok gamay.
Uy! I've never heard of one of these breaking. I shouldn't say that when I'm on it. I'm going to say it up at the bottom, I think. Oh. And we're stuck at the top. What was that noise? This is this is actually kind of relaxing. For a Ferris wheel in a pavilion. Normally, they fly around.
At least we got a good view.
I thought it was going to be quick. Oh well, it was fun. These lanzones are from Holo Sulu. And I know how good these are. Ah, Mr. Bean! Red horse now, Allah! They just called me Mr. Bean, I approve. They're really good.
There was a whole multi-cab of these. And that's all for tonight. The hills of Pikit are also significant. Today, the municipal hall sits on its most central one, while the fort was built in 1893 in an attempt to pacify Cotabato province. Overlooking the river, it became an important fortification under subsequent governments.
So the fort really is a fort, or next to it. So we have to go around a different way to get to it.
Today, we've got to climb.
Over there is the modern gymnasium, modelled the hat, the old hat. Oh, it also looks like a spaceship, but I like the spaceship. But you can see how you would have had the view over the Great Plains of Pikit here, the Great Plains of what would have been the Sultanate of Maguindanaoan, and then the Sultanate of Buayan. For hundreds and hundreds of years it existed before colonial powers managed to actually take hold. And this fort, yes, was established by the Spanish in around 1896. But then the Americans used it, the Japanese used it, and the independent Philippine Republic used it as well to really gain a foothold in Cotabato. Its first town was Pikit, 1935. You see, this is obviously not original. They've tried to restore it to how it would have looked before. This is all really interesting because Pikit is the place when I first came to DAVAO in 2016. If we talked about Cotabato, people would always tell me stories of Pikit. How you go through and you don't stop, how there's so many checkpoints, how at night you have to go through in convoys and be guided. You shouldn't go through here after 3 p.m. You couldn't pay between Midsayap and Kabakan. You wouldn't pay the conductor on the bus, they wouldn't carry money on the bus. All these kinds of stories about Pikit before.
Famous swimming pool in Pikit.
Daot. Ligo ta?
Tara. Ligo ta with baki.
The market is the hub of activity during daytime. A 90-year-old Lola Susan has been operating one of its most popular eateries for 46 years.
90 na?
19.
90 ka? Pinagkatuwag kong kuhan? Pinagkatuwag yung mong tindahan?
Thank you, Lord. Kung nakahira dia, alis ka po magkambyo.
Nakuhan, kahoy.
9 years in service.
Ah!
Video.
Yo!
34 pa na.
34 years! Unsa ni?
Paklay. Oo, mga sikat nga. Specialties.
So una, ingani ka dako o gamay ba so una? Pagsugot ka.
Gumay pa. Wala na, dapog lang, anak. Gumay. Init ay diri init.
Oo? So una.
Dagan dukot. Kana, wala na dukot.
Intestines, innards, all sorts of stuff like that. If it makes sense, this tastes clean, like really, really clean. That's pretty good. It's fresh, it's clean, it's tender. It's got all the best flavour out of it.
The market's freshest halwan is either fried in oil or turned into soup. Lola Susan won't be stopping anytime soon. And this market has a section I've never seen before.
And coming through here, there's a random bed. Ah?
Igan.
Igan.
Pagkasalang sa Muslima, para muna first.
Oo. Honey, kuhan, honeymoon suite.
Oh, yes.
Ah. Magkano yung ano? Yan. Oh, more beds. One. Hagi kami. Hi, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Yeah. Very nice. Oh, billiards. Hello.
Itong higaan ng kasal, nakano ito, kultura talaga ito sa mga Maguindanaoan. Hindi pwedeng walang higaan ng kasal kasi kita ang ganun na doon. Hindi pwede, walang diro ah. Pero yung iba ngayon, ano na kasi, ginapera na nila. Pero iba yung higaan talaga.
Pero sa karamihan,
Iba pa yung dory, iba pa itong higaan ng kasal. Kailangan malagay mong dory, may higaan din.
para bunga ang pagkasal.
It's interesting. 9,000. I thought she said 90 first of all. 9,000. All in. Not bad.
And the market also has other handicrafts.
No, pandan yan. Oh.
Yes,
Pandan. Yeah, pandan. Ay, Chris. No. Ay!
Chris.
Oo. Chris, no, tagpilang.
Ano siya, Chris?
And back in the compound, a legend was waiting.
This guy I met yesterday, he's an absolute legend, okay? Sa imong pangalan?
Marshall Lul. Kinisian silmo dili mo to nga akong pangalan Marshall, akong apelyido Lo. Muna nga ako siyang tagaan og souvenir. Para kang ansel mo ni sa akong friend.
Oh, salamat kayo. Wa ko nagtuo nang nahatag siya. Kapila ko joke lang. Pero dili
Okay
tinuod
na.
siya. Tinuod na siya.
Sino na siya?
Oo, si Marshall Lo, akong pinaka-amigo dahil sa Pikit.
Okay.
Okay, ang best friend sa Pikit. Salamat kayo. He was born in 1973. His father is the greatest joker of all in all of Pikit. Diba? Legend. Awesome. Salamat Salamat kayo.
Here, I felt the centuries of history, the deep culture, and its powerful location beside the mighty rivers.
They go out fishing here, and these are the boats they bring the fish in on. That's life here on the water.
Passing through modern Maguindanao, you can still feel how that culture's alive. It's special.
Back in Kabakan, and I just want to share a conversation I had with some of the local guys in Pikit earlier. This is just about the situation. I mean, it's taken me a long time to actually explore there because, of course, it has that reputation and its history, and I wanted to really have trusted locals there with me. I did, and that was great. And if you go to Pikit, I highly recommend you go with people who are from there. When I make videos here, they're in no way travel advice, they're in no way travel promotions, they're just about, this is the life in these places. So I think if you stop for smoked fish or you go to the Palenque, you're going to be okay. Yes, there's a lot of traffic on the highway, you can probably see that. But be very, very careful going further in because there are still some areas a long way away that are kind of critical. There's still some hito, which is clan wars that happen. These things, they still happen, honestly. There's stuff that still happens. It's not like before, but there are still elements and you still need to be careful, honestly. What I wanted to show today was that despite that, there's a very thriving culture. It's really something special there, really. But just be careful, that's all. And don't go wandering alone, because as one of the guys said to me last night, he said 300 meters is a long way here. You can be 300 meters away from somewhere, perfectly safe. 300 meters away, you'll cross a boundary and no. But that's in the very rural areas, especially going towards the Liguasan Marsh. That's, it's just something I want to say. It's something I want to just, it's my responsibility really if I go there, is to be honest about the situation. It's improving. There's a lot more to it. I don't like places to be known for the violence and so on, but let's just accept what the reality is, honestly. Yeah, Kabakan. It's raining now. We were meant to go out, but let's see. Let's see.